This is an apology message to Ryan, Sylvia, Andy Ho, Brennan Pippin, and the other YouTubers such as Ryan Goodwin and Diego Hernandez and Romero and the other YouTubers who still hates me. There's some of them who used to hate me, but who didn't never respect my opinion on Dan Sobel if I did support and liking Dan Sobel, that is. So those of you, if you're watching this, I got something to say for you, Ryan, Sylvia, Brennan Pippin, and the other YouTubers. I'm very, very sorry for me supporting and liking Dan Sobel. I'm very sorry for being friends with Dan Sobel, you guys. And you're right, Brennan Pippin and the other YouTubers. I should never like Dan Sobel. I should have just blocked Dan and unsubscribed back in July. But I should never like. As of right now, I am no longer being friends with Dan Sobel because you're right, you guys. He is a man-child. I'm not gonna give Dan another chance at all. Even though I did find out that Dan Sobel came back to YouTube, but I would love to accept his apology. But if I were you guys, I'm not gonna give him another chance at all, just because of you, Ryan, Sylvia, and Brennan Pippin, and the other users. Since you never respect my opinion, if I do like Dan Sobel, that you said that Dan cannot be trusted at all, I'm still denying his apology. So Dan Sobel apology would be denied. But I guess it's fine for Dan Sobel. Well, as of right now, he's no longer doing any bad videos, doing some bad stuff anymore. But yeah. Like, yeah, I'm still not giving Dan Sobel another chance at all. Because I'm afraid supporting and liking Dan Sobel is getting too much trouble nowadays. And there's something I gotta say besides the apology part. I don't understand what no precision means. Like Andy Ho, Ryan Silva. I don't understand what no precision. Can you tell me what it means? What no precision means? Because I don't understand. Because does it have to do with, did I do anything wrong or anything? Well, I'm not a bad YouTuber. I did have a right to hate Dan Sobel. And yes, I did have a right to hate Dan Sobel nowadays. I kind of do hate him. Well, mostly I don't hate him big time. I just kind of hate Dan Sobel. But mostly I had no opinion on Dan Sobel. The only reasons why I kind of hate Dan Sobel is because he did some terrible things. And you never respect my opinion on Dan Sobel. If I did like Dan Sobel. If I were friends with Dan Sobel. So that's the reasons why I cut ties. So yeah. So I decided to give you another chance because I'm not friends with Dan anymore. So yeah, I'm no longer friends with Dan Sobel at all. Because you're right, you guys. Dan's a pedophile and he's a man-child. And I just realized you didn't want anyone to trust Dan Sobel after he found out that Dan Sobel changing his pajamas in front of the kids on TikTok. So yeah. And I'm not going to give Dan Sobel another chance at all. Ever, I don't think. And I'm not going to give Dan another chance at all. Because what I've done in the past. I'd love to give Dan another chance, but nope, I'm not giving him a chance at all. If I were you guys like Ryan Sylvia and the other YouTubers, I'm not going to give him a chance ever. I don't think. Well, kind of. Kind of from now on. Well, I don't know if I'll hate him forever, but I might. But mostly I might. If I'm going to hate Dan Sobel forever, that's a maybe. But I'm still not giving him another chance at all. So yeah. You're right, Brennan Pippin, Ryan Sylvia. I'm not gonna give Dan another chance because, and I might not make any more bad message videos either. I did make a message for Dan Sobel after I cut ties him, but as of right now, I'm decided not to make any more message videos. I'm no longer making bad or angry message videos I didn't make any angry message videos. I'm not gonna make any bad message videos. I'm only gonna do some better message videos, like having a question or birthday messages and stuff like that, or apology message, like I was making a apology message for you guys. So yeah. Ryan, Sylvia, Ryan Goodwin, Brendan Pippin, Andy Ho, Diego Hernandez Romero, and the other YouTubers, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry for supporting and liking Dan Sobel. I'm not friends with him anymore. Can you please forgive me, you guys? If you don't forgive me, if you don't forgive me, that's fine. If you don't want to forgive me, you guys, that's fine with me. But I still had no opinion on Dan Sobel. So yeah. And I don't understand what no position means. Like Andy Ho and put a video on community tab when I made a message for Dan Sobel and stuff like that. So yeah. But I'm not a bad YouTuber. I'm a good YouTuber. But nowadays I have no opinion on Dan Sobel. I don't know if I'm probably not gonna make any message videos out bad YouTubers anymore. I'm probably done doing that stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any. I think I'm probably no longer making bad message videos anymore. I don't really do commentary videos either. I don't do commentary videos. I usually don't do swear words either. So yeah. Which I know Dan Sobel did some swear words and sometimes the N-word. So yeah. I'm not gonna give Dan another chance. Brandon Pippin, Andy Ho, and the other YouTubers. I'm not gonna give Dan another chance ever, at all. Because Dan Sobel is a man-child and he's a pedophile. Because I don't really hate you guys. I know I don't really hate you, Brendan Pippin, Andy Ho. I didn't hate you at all when you blocked me. Because I cannot stand you hating me. Because I remember that you, Brendan Pippin, that you blocked me and unsubscribed back in July 30th of 2024, which since last year. But I'm not friends with. But Brendan Pippin, if you're watching this, I already cut ties to Dan Sobel completely this time. This time for good. I think I'm gonna give Dan another chance. So yeah. So you were right, you guys. I just cut ties so you could like me again. So are you, Ryan Goodwin, or I would like to be friends with Ryan Goodwin as well. So what I like better than Dan Sobel is you guys, and especially Diego Hernandez Romero and you, Brandon Pippin, Andy Ho, and also what's better than Dan Sobel, what I liked is Jordan Bowens and Nate the Game Me 2006. So why I'm making letters mostly is my Blues Clues letter segments. I'm only gonna make letters for Jordan Bowens and Nate, not Dan Sobel. So yeah. I just want to let you know that I'm not giving Dan another chance at all. Cause I'm done with him. I'm done being friends with Dan Sobel. You're right, you guys. I was wrong. I did say I know. I thought I had a right to like Dan Sobel, but as of right now, I had no rights to like Dan Sobel until the end of July 2024. I had no rights, which I used to have. You let me had a right to like Dan Sobel after you hate Dan Sobel, but no, but not this. But you didn't respect my opinion, so I'm giving. So that's why I just already cut ties to Dan Sobel since April of 2025 of this year. So yeah. So I'm not friends with Dan anymore. So yeah, I don't know what else I gotta say with this video. So I'm gonna have to let it be. So yeah. So I'm very sorry for supporting and liking Dan Sobel. I now hate him for good. Can you please forgive me, you guys, such as Andy Ho and Brendan Pippin, the other YouTubers? I hope if you don't want to forgive, if you deny my apology, that's fine. So yeah, I'm just maybe have to move on. But I don't like Dan anymore. So yeah, I don't know if I'll cut ties and make a car trip, but I'm mostly gonna cut ties Dan for good. So yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. End of message.